Hey, it's Midnight Raven, and today we're doing another unknown victims case. This is the El Dorado Jane Doe. So, welcome to my channel. I'm the Midnight Raven. This is True Crime with Raven. This is a little mini series I have at the minute going about unknown victims where men and women are killed and their identities, even 30, 40, or 50 years, still remain unidentified. So this is the El Dorado Jane Doe case. I hope you'll enjoy this video. Give it a big thumbs up and comment down below your opinions on this case. So the challenge facing police is usually to identify murder victims with a lack of ID or any official documents. People generally fail to come forward with any information on a Jane Doe, and the police have to try and piece together who this woman is. Not everybody, when they are murdered or killed, will carry their passport with them or a driving license. They may have no ID on them at all. So how do you then identify a body? So in the case of Mercedes, who was called Mercedes, as she was known, she was gunned down by her pimp in an Arkansas motel in 1991. Mercedes was apparently a prostitute and went by many names, but as police delved deeper into Mercedes' past, it would emerge all of these names were fictitious. So, the investigations into this lady, who at the minute is called Mercedes, her real identity appeared to be an open and shut case. Police dispatched to the El Dorado motel where she was shot quickly discovered her ID and serial security number. Ooh, look at that! Jackpot! But oh no. With a picture and the name of a woman that read Cheryl Ann Wick. So they would contact the family in Minnesota to tell them the bad news, but the family were perplexed when they were told that Cheryl Ann wasn't dead, she was alive and well. This baffled the police. The real Cheryl Wicks insisted she didn't know Mercedes was fully alive, but believed that her identity had been stolen while she was working at a dancer in Minneapolis. It emerged that Mercedes used Cheryl's identity and had been arrested 6 months prior to her death, using Cheryl's identity as her own. So at the minute, Mercedes' identity is still unknown. So police found, while at the scene of the crime, a Bible. And in this Bible, there were many names scrolled inside. These names were people that Mercedes had stayed with briefly, and officers would take these names to track down the various people. They would track down the various people in this Bible, and then Mercedes had various other names apparently, as they would find from the people in the Bible. She was also called Sharon Wiley and Cheryl Kaufman and had many, many more names the more people they visited. So Mercedes seemed to have lived in Louisiana, Arkansas, and Texas under a multitude of names. So trying to discover the real name of Mercedes, who had been shot, was going to be a feat for the police. So friends also related stories that the Mercedes had told to them over time. They had told her friends that she had been a dancer and a street worker, that she was a witness in the police protection system, and that her father was part of the mafia. She also wanted for her role in a fatal robbery and was apparently on the run from police. Apparently, there had been a fatal robbery where a truck driver was killed and that she was wanted in connection by police. This was actually a lie. There was no warrant out for her arrest, and no fatal robbery could be linked to her. Mercedes was possibly the mother of two children, having one been taken into care at some point. But the Salvation Army destroys records after so long, and nothing to link her to any robberies of a truck driver or anyone. Whether her dad was in the mafia, who knows? Nothing connects her to anything right now. And the more and more you hear, the more and more web of lies seems to come out. So on the East Coast, inquiries were made to the witness protection to see whether they had taken somebody in and whether these new names were ones she was given. Turns out the police drew a blank. There was nothing on the witness protection. There was nothing about her dad being in the mafia, even if they could find her real name. Nothing came up. Her pimp that shot her was given 15 years for the murder. He never released her real name, her real identity. I'm guessing he didn't know either, to be honest. When you're a prostitute, you generally keep things close to your chest, like if you have children, your family, your friends, because pimps can use this against you. It's a harsh life being a prostitute, I tell you. But they can use your kids against you, your family against you. They can hold you into prostitution for years, threatening your family if you leave and all that kind of stuff. And obviously, with her being shot, we will never know her identity. So the pimp was given 15 years for the murder, but for more than 30 years to this day, no one is any the wiser to who the real identity of Mercedes is. So with no new links, no new leads, this girl remains an absolute ghost. No one knows who she is. And that is such a shame, to have these women with no names just disappear into obscurity. So I hope you enjoyed this case. It's a new series I've started along with my True Crime Raven, and loads of other things I've been doing. So will we ever know the real name of the El Dorado Jane Doe, the unknown victim who was gunned down by her pimp? The thing is, prostitutes do use alias names. It's not only to protect them as a person, it's also to protect their friends, their family, their children, and their loved ones. And you cannot blame them for hiding their identity. But it is a shame when they are then murdered that you then can't give them the justice they deserve. Although the pimp was sent to jail, it would have been nice to have given this woman the headlines, because she deserved it after being gunned down in such a horrific way. But if you want to see more cases like this, follow True Crime with Raven. I load videos every day. Not every video is true crime though, I must admit. I do like to vary my content, so if you're just here for the true crime, thank you for coming. If you want to see all my other content, do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Like I said, content every day. My channel is a constant go, go, go. If you want to see more from me as well, Instagram, you can support the channel by a membership, a PayPal, or a super chat. It all goes into the many, many hours of research that I do. And as you can see, I do research everything I do. So it's not just reading from a script off Google. I research, take my time, find the full story, and then I put my own work into it. So if you want to see more from me, like, subscribe, give it a big thumbs up. This is True Crime with Raven. I love serial killers, murders, cold cases, anything that's kind of gritty. And I will see you very soon for another video. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye guys.